I accidentally ruined someone's life at work, and for years I genuinely thought I might get arrested for it. This happened when I was 19. I was working part-time at a supermarket while I was studying, and honestly, the job was pretty normal. Until we got a new manager. At first, everyone loved him. He bought coffees for staff, joked around, and kept talking about how he was going to make the store the best in the region. But after a month, things changed. People started quitting. Staff who had been there for years suddenly left. Everyone looked stressed. And nobody would explain why. Then one day I heard two coworkers arguing in the break room. One of them kept saying, "No, I'm telling you, something isn't right." The other one just told him to drop it. I asked what happened. They both went quiet. That should have been my first warning. Over the next few weeks, weird things kept happening. People were constantly angry on payday. Staff would disappear into the office and come out looking furious. One girl actually cried during her shift. But whenever I asked what was going on, everyone would just say, "It's nothing." Eventually, I stopped asking. Then one night everything changed. I was closing the store. Everyone had already left except me and the manager. I had to put some paperwork into the office before going home. The door was open. The lights were on. But nobody was inside. I walked in. And that's when I saw it. Something on the computer screen. I remember freezing. I genuinely thought, there is absolutely no way I'm supposed to be seeing this. At first I thought it had to be a mistake. So I looked again. Nope. Still there. My heart immediately started racing. I actually looked over my shoulder to make sure nobody was watching. Because if what I was looking at meant what I thought it meant, this was really bad. I ended up taking a photo. I don't even know why. Instinct, I guess. Then I left the office and drove home. I barely slept that night. I kept opening the photo on my phone and staring at it. Every time I looked at it, I became more convinced that something was seriously wrong. But I didn't tell anyone. For almost a week. Then payday came. And everything exploded. People were furious. 3 different coworkers were saying they had been paid incorrectly. One person claimed they were missing an entire shift. Another said this had happened before. Suddenly everyone was checking old payslips. And that's when I made the biggest mistake of my life. I casually said, "Maybe someone should look into it." That's it. One sentence. One stupid sentence. Immediately everyone started asking questions. Why? Did I know something? Had I heard something? I panicked and tried to change the subject. But it was too late. Because over the next few days, things got really strange. Managers from other stores started showing up. People from head office were walking around. Staff were getting pulled into meetings. Nobody would tell us what was happening. The entire atmosphere changed. And our manager? He looked terrified. For the first time since I had known him, he stopped joking around. Stopped yelling. Stopped talking. Every day he looked more stressed. I remember seeing him sitting alone in his office one afternoon. Head in his hands. And I suddenly started feeling guilty. Had I caused this? Was I overreacting? Had I misunderstood what I saw? Then one morning I arrived at work. And his office was empty. His computer was gone. His name badge was gone. Everything was gone. Nobody knew where he was. Rumors immediately started. Some people thought he had quit. Others thought he had been suspended. Then later that day, one of my coworkers pulled me aside. She looked at me and said, "Did you hear what actually happened?" I said no. And what she told me made my stomach drop. Apparently, for nearly a year, staff had been losing money from their pay. Nobody had realized how bad it was because everyone assumed they had simply calculated their hours incorrectly. But after an investigation, they discovered dozens and dozens of altered records. Thousands of dollars missing. And somehow, everyone thought I was the person who exposed it. People started thanking me. Others started avoiding me. One person actually called me a snitch. But here's the truth. I never reported anyone. I never sent the photo. I never contacted HR. I never even showed another person what I had found. All I did was make one small comment. One sentence. And somehow that was enough to start an investigation that completely changed someone's life forever. To this day, nobody from that workplace knows that it all started because I walked into an office at the wrong time and saw something on a computer screen that was never meant to be seen.